Right, so Adam Jones Arpeggiation Framework, right? Right? Just applying it to triads instead of parallel power chords, right? So think about rock, right? If you want to innovate in rock, the one obvious path to take there is voice leading, okay? Especially on riffs. You notice how most riffs are generally parallel structure sequences, right? So then it's like, well, what's the obvious thing that's missing from that? Voice leading, right? And then you start to think, oh, maybe voice leading is going to be really hard to do in that context, and that's why no one's doing it. But then you realize it's not hard. It's actually a cheat code for hacking the matrix. And what I mean by that is, look at this, right? Normally, if you want to go 1-5-1, and you're kind of thinking from that parallel structure rock riffing attitude, you're going to do something like this. 1-5-1, right? That seems a long way to jump though, right? Especially if you got some devastating vibes going on, right? Where you want to make a big harmonic leap, but you want to do it as efficiently as possible and as smoothly as possible. And that's what voice leading is all about since the beginning of time. It's about having smooth transitions from one chord to the next chord, right? So this is what that perfect example would be. 1-5-1 becomes this. Obviously, right? Now this is perfect because of the drop D tuning here, right? This would normally look like this. That's normally what that chord would look like. Not that that's impossible to play or anything, but this is definitely a lot nicer, right? In the drop D tuning, right? So now you see you got this quick 1-5-1 setup here, right? Because you got first inversion of D, right? D over F sharp. You also can play the fifth up here, right? Listen how beautiful that is. Right? That's sick. So if this is the major triad in first inversion, then you obviously know the minor triad in first inversion is right there, right? So that's D over F, D minor first inversion, right? Well, then you ask yourself, let's say if we're in the key of D, where would be the convenient 5 chord from this shape? You already know. That's the 5 chord, back to the 1 chord. See that? Convenience, dude. So look at all this harmony I can just cover. Flawless voice leading, some nice chromaticism, and then you think about, okay, what's the bass player playing? In this case, bass might make the leap, right? While you go, beautiful moment, right? So I'm seeing all this Adam Jones Arpeggiation Framework opportunity, and I'm thinking like, wow, I can really move triads really easily this way. So let's throw it into the ultimate blender of triads. Coltrane changes, dude. Right? Makes complete logical sense. 2 chords per bar, right? In that very specific sequence. Which is a conversation for another video. I mean, Coltrane Changes is like Mystery School Pyramids 101. And that's obviously why you're going to apply anything to the Coltrane Changes concept, right? I've already done it. I already took that 13 beat cycle, jammed it through giant steps, right? I already did that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 19 beat cycle through countdown, and I'm going to articulate the triads as they occur in the cycle using the Adam Jones Arpeggiation Framework. And this entire exercise and all the components of it are going to be in the Rhythmic Invincibility course, right? That you've probably maybe heard about already. So now you can see what those courses are really about. They're just taking the systems, right? You pretty much have the trifecta of systems. You have beat cycles, Coltrane Changes, and Adam Jones Arpeggiation Framework, which is essentially just rock riffing framework. I like to call it Adam Jones because I love Adam Jones and I'll give him all the credit in the world, but really it's like he never even plays any triads, right? But it doesn't matter because he provides the ultimate example on Rosetta Stone, man. And it's literally called Rosetta Stone due to all kinds of hidden meaning in there. And that riff, the one where I literally got this whole concept, that riff goes on for like 5 minutes, right? So they know it's like the best riff of all time, right? So yeah, Adam Jones technique through Coltrane Changes, countdown, classic, iconic. navigating the 19 beat cycle, just articulating my 3s and 2s, right? Using the Adam Jones ergonomics with triads is dynamite golden exercise, rhythmic invincibility 101. So if you just heard the dog whistle, dude, well, let me know in the comments, man, because not everyone hears it straight up. Like, people don't even know what that was. A lot of people won't have any idea what that was. But if you heard it and you heard the pyramids and saw the geometry, you're probably a Coltrane disciple. Triads are the keys to the kingdom. When you master triads, then, you know, you think of this Adam Jones arpeggiation beat cycle stuff. The whole idea is just to play rhythms through triads. So all I talk about is rhythm. I've said 100 million times that every good idea starts with a good rhythm, and then you just apply notes to the good rhythm. What are those notes? They're triads, right? But in rock riffing, you just don't think about it that way. You think about these like parallels, right? It's just not, you know. But I think about stuff like, that's that rodeo, right? You guys are all up in my comments telling me to get into like Vilsharta, right? And maybe I still might, because I'm probably gonna do it, obviously. But the point is that's like, dude, my style is not, that's not my style, right? My style is like rodeo down home bull riding, right? You know, that's why I'm getting into that Adam Jones triadic thing, because it allows me to do the thing that cuts the deepest, right? That, right? But then if you start going, right, dude? The chromatics, and then the bass is setting up counterpoint. Like, the bass can play the root of the chord while you're playing the third of the chord, right? And that's what's going on in that countdown, dude, right? Like, countdown! Dude, okay. Right, dude? You know what I mean? Like, if that speaks to you, dude, legitimately reach out to me, dude, in Instagram, because I can show you all of that stuff, right? And it's more than just a musical pursuit. It's like, this Coltrane stuff goes all the way to the top of the pyramid. I mean, right? And if you've been watching me all this time anyway, you've already seen all this kind of stuff, right? But if you're new to the channel, there's a lot hiding under the hood on this thing, son. If you want to lift up the hood, reach out on Instagram, okay? Link in the description, dude. Also join the school, but reach out to me on Instagram and we'll talk about how to get you potentially a scholarship to the school, right? So, right? Or just subscribe for the monthly fee, you know, like some people do. But obviously in the school, I've been releasing the rhythmic invincibility modules, right? And this is one, right? The idea is I'm giving you the MIDI, right? So you can put it at all the different speeds, right? You learn the etudes, you learn the melodies, you learn how to improvise over this stuff, you learn how to compose over this stuff, you learn how to pick over this stuff. If you're a horn player, you master intervals, you master spread voicings. I mean, it's all game changer stuff. Go check out Coltrane Sound. Go check out the album, Giant Steps. Countdown is on Giant Steps. Countdown is ultimate pyramid banger. It's like 2.5 minutes of just absolute devastation, dude. Get on Countdown, man. You'll literally see the pyramids. So, and maybe we'll have a video about Vildhjarta coming up, right? Vildhjarta, right? Maybe we'll have a video about them soon. We'll see. I'm working really hard on my modules right now, and Rhythmic Invincibility, you know, that's taking up a lot of my time. Plus the weekly banger. Every single week I release a new track with the MIDI in the school. And I'm doing the courses, dude. And this is all for the purposes of actually teaching these systems, right? I'm definitely trying to download people with the Meshuggah system here. I can just show you so you can apply it to anything, right? And that's why I'm applying not just to my original music, but also to like standards, right? I did with Confirmation, Giant Steps, all this stuff. Because these systems are versatile, right? And what's mind-blowing is like you extract the Meshuggah system, right? Beatcycle system, easy to understand, 101 basic stuff. And then you're like, well, why wouldn't I just apply it to anything, right? If it's a good system, it should work in any context. And then that's exactly what we find out. You know, you apply it to Coltrane freaking changes, and it's like cosmic intrinsics, right? It's like crazy, right? Me and my friend Cole talk about this, like Coltrane Meshuggah 101. Like, people have thought about this. Frederick Thorndahl literally sounds like John Coltrane sometimes. Or John Coltrane sounds like Frederick Thorndahl. They're totally tapping into the same cosmic frequency. So anyway, dude, Systems for Creation, link in the description. Instagram, hit me up for Coltrane consultations, you know, system education. I'll see you in the next video, kid! Kid!